Last week, a small TikTok creator went viral for a video she made exposing the mess that her boyfriend left in their apartment.
Let's look at how he left the apartment this morning. Blanket on the floor, door opened, duster, tape, this, like what goes on when I'm not here.
Now Brett, the boyfriend in question, left cabinets open, cups out, in the bed unkempt as his girlfriend returned from a short trip. As a result, she posted this video ending with a personal message for his greasy little face.
Brett, if you're watching this, you're no longer allowed to call me a mess.
Now, of course, this TikTok resulted in a lot of discourse, and viewers did not spare their personal opinions on the matter. One viewer said that she needs to have a serious conversation with her partner. Other commenters joked that the boyfriend was acting like a baby boy or perhaps even her own son. And most people were firmly in the camp that this was a major red flag and that she should seriously consider her future with him. On the other hand, there were a lot of smaller comments talking about how the mess wasn't that bad, saying that being messy is normal and the boyfriend shouldn't be publicly shamed for this. But maybe there is a bigger conversation about why this video was posted in the first place. On one hand, of course, it is frustrating to come home to a messy living space after being away for days. This might be a video that you send to your friends in private, but is it okay to broadcast this dispute to your followers online? The video seemingly implies that the boyfriend has not been talked to before the posting of this TikTok. So when he inevitably watches this video, how does he take it? Does it seem like a passive-aggressive jab? Or maybe this is just how they communicate, and Brian or Brett knows that she's just having some lighthearted banter. But I wonder if that changes when tens of thousands of commenters insult Brian, calling him a child, or saying that this behavior will never change. Does this woman rethink her relationship when she sees thousands of people telling her to leave? Does Brian feel humiliated when his girlfriend posted a video about his little mess for a little baby boy in a diaper? I kid, of course. But this squabble begs a bigger question that we will be diving into in today's report. When is someone oversharing on the internet? When is it acceptable to turn to the internet for your relationship advice? Are there benefits to doing this? Or is this behavior objectively harmful to everyone involved? How far can we cross the line before something inevitably snaps? We find it all out today on Now Alert. Here, today, now. Owen Nurm is a smaller creator on TikTok who mainly made videos about how hot his girlfriend is. But about 3 weeks ago, Owen posted a video announcing that this relationship had ended.
My girlfriend isn't on my page anymore because she's no longer my girlfriend. She's my ex.
Now, this video is technically in response to a couple of TikToks that his ex made the same day, but it gets a little bit confusing, so let's look at the timeline. On January 7th, she posted a TikTok that showed her drawing with text that says, "When you're back at everything happens for a reason, again." Another minute-long TikTok was posted the same day titled, "Get Ready With Me Recovering from a Breakup." And in this TikTok, she shared some of the things that she has learned from her relationship ending. Here are a few examples of what she talked about.
When you start seeing someone, try to understand and find out what their definition of love is. You can respect someone and their needs, but that doesn't mean you can't take into account your own anymore. You should always be very meaningful with your words. Don't just blurt stuff out.
Now, nothing big really happened until Owen posted a TikTok later that day with text that says, "Update, relationship ended." Now, because all of Owen's content was either TikToks of his girlfriend or TikToks about how he has a pretty girlfriend, I think that this is something that Owen should probably address with his audience at some point. But I'm sure this TikTok was not what Owen's followers expected. It came off as very cold and uncomfortable, where Owen proceeded to talk pretty blatantly and in detail as to what happened with his relationship and why he decided that they were no longer compatible. Now, in the caption, Owen types out, "Feel like I owe y'all to post this," but let's take a look at what he actually says. Now, Owen makes comments about how the early stages of your relationship shouldn't be very hard and shouldn't have problems. He really dives into how his ex wanted to work through things, but he thought that there was too much fighting going on to continue.
We just aren't, in my mind, compatible to the point where, we could live in the same roof for the rest of our lives. Both my parents had multiple divorces. I've seen different relationships fail and work. And the ones that work are the ones that are most harmonious, you know, that aren't fighting a lot. Two people that are their own individuals coming together. And, you know, so that's what I was looking for.
But honestly, and forgive me for including too much of my opinion in this coverage, it was a really odd video. It was weird. I cannot imagine ending a relationship only to have the other person go out and post this detailed of a video about the breakup.
She kind of saw that her definition of love was that two people that love each other, they work through it no matter what. And my thing was, you know, it's not necessarily worth working through every problem just to have another one next week on the same time. There's other things I can do in the world than, you know, just be in a relationship that is not really that good.
And this video hit a bit of a nerve with the greater TikTok audience because people definitely knew something was up when they watched this video from Owen. A lot of people immediately got a bad vibe from him when they saw this. A lot of people said that the girlfriend dodged a bullet and that she deserves better than Owen just from watching Owen's video from his perspective on the whole relationship. And as the day continued, more people saw both videos and it became more and more public to both of their audiences. Now, Owen actually responded to a few comments, and there was enough discourse beginning to go on that Irvina decided to make a response video to Owen's video. Now, in this video, Irvina reveals that Owen actually broke up with her over text.
To wish someone the best for them and to break up with them over text, and then to go on to the internet and talk more about the relationship than they ever did to me.
She also shows how Owen said publicly that he was posting about the breakup so that he could make money off of it through TikTok.
Why are you posting all of your business? I understand you're probably hurt, but saying the details and rambling won't help. Money. To monetize off of talking about the relationship and blaming it onto me. All this drama in that video and however you want to see it is being used so that he can profit off of that.
And she also said that it was day one of the breakup and he did not handle the situation well at all. Excuse me. This resulted in Owen coming back to that to make a response video to that response video where he kind of took the mask off a little bit and threw some hands at the audience thinking that maybe he could get a hit.
When I posted TikTok, I gained followers, I gained money from doing so. She did the same thing, but she did it before me. I can't post a video to monetize a bad situation that happened in my life, us breaking up, but you can.
Now, Owen put a lot of emphasis on Irvina criticizing him for publicly saying that he's monetizing off of the breakup. And Owen said that she was doing the same exact thing because she had her videos monetized. And I think Owen believed that she was posting about the breakup for the same reasons he was, to make money, and so Irvina had no right to criticize him, even though it seemed pretty clear that Irvina's video was her more speaking from the heart and talking about her own growth, and Owen's video, a little weird. A little weird.
Wisdom and experience comes at a price, and it's usually a painful one.
If I'm not in that relationship, then I'm not having to be mentally drained by fights every week.
And we also find out that this relationship was only 4 months long, something that many viewers were surprised about when getting invested in this relationship ending. Now, the 4-minute video posted by Owen had some pretty rough moments, but let's check out some of the worst ones.
I'm still not going to get into why we broke up, because I think it would be disrespectful to get into the details. We broke up over text because I had tried to break up already in person, and she didn't want to do it. She wanted to fight through it. And, you know, I was convinced to stay with her and try to work it out. But, you know, I posted her all over social media all the time and told her how pretty she was, just trying to hype her up and make her feel better. Every second you spend with the wrong person is a second you spend away from your future spouse.
Now, Owen's video got 2 million views and 25,000 likes, which is a 1.3% like rate. 1.3% of the people who saw the video liked it. But his ex-girlfriend's video got 1.8 million views with 159,000 likes, which is an 8.8% like rate. But I'm not reporting on the story to mathematically calculate who is in the right, even if it's clear that Owen kind of got wiped with this one. The consensus on this conflict really has nothing to do with the question that we're trying to ask ourselves today. The bigger question of this report being, is this oversharing your relationship? Do 2 million people need to know about the details of your 4-month relationship ending? And should they both be put on blast with this much private information sent out to so many people against both their wills? I mean, this isn't for me to blame Owen for this breakup being as messy as it was, but also, I don't know. What were you expecting when you publicly talked about the fights that you and your TikToker girlfriend had the same day that you texted her and broke up with each other? And Owen might have scrubbed Irvina's face from his page, deleting all the TikToks where she's a part of it. But if you look at his content that was made without her, basically what is left on his page, it was still almost exclusively talking about how he has a pretty girlfriend. And I want to step in for a brief moment and let you guys know that we have been blessed with a great apology video from Owen. I really don't have much to say about it. I think it will speak for itself. Check it out.
Hi everyone, I wanted to make an apology video for the things that have been happening on social media regarding my past relationship. Except I'm not sorry for the 2 videos that I made. I think they're well done. You know, they were respectful. There's nothing wrong with them, so they're gonna stay up. Instead, I'm gonna take this time to read to you guys some scripture. You guys can fight in the comments, drive up my engagement rate. It helps me out, I appreciate that. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna read you scripture because you probably haven't heard much of it before. Let's start in Ephesians 4:17.
Owen gave this impression to his audience that he valued her looks above all else, and that became even more clear to his audience when he posted those 2 videos. Now, it's interesting, this spectrum of different types of relationships that result in different versions of oversharing online. It goes from being current relationship problems being shared publicly to very recent breakups kind of blowing up. But is there a line where this becomes okay? Am I just saying that no one should ever post anything bad about their relationship? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. When we come back, we're going to see if there's a good way to poke fun at your partner without causing havoc amongst your audience. Nick Green, Now Alert. We'll be right back. Back in December, a woman posted a TikTok of her fiance trying to wipe hot sauce off of their counter. Now let me ask you, when you see that video, what is your initial reaction? Did you try to strangle him through the screen? Many people asked questions about what could be going on here in this insane clip. Maybe the fiance is legitimately incompetent and can't do basic tasks because he was coddled as a little baby boy. Or maybe this was a skit and the video was a successful attempt to rage bait people into insulting your fiance for being dumb. But a lot of viewers believe that this was a strategic tactic to avoid cleaning duties from his partner. How else would you genuinely think that this is the best way to wipe up your mess? Now, this situation has a few of the elements of the last few controversies we looked at. One person is posting about their partner doing something wrong, and a lot of people are calling that partner a child and insulting him. But in this case, could we say that this is oversharing and that it would be better for her to keep this to herself? Of course not. It's pretty clear that this video is in good fun. The person posting it didn't come off as demeaning or spiteful. This video resulted in many more just like this being posted, of other husbands, fiancés, and boyfriends failing to wipe off of the counter. Stuff off the counter. Failing to wipe stuff off the counter. For a lot of these people, this is probably just a lighthearted gag, but I'm sure for a few people out there, these cleaning videos reveal an uncomfortable truth about their own relationships. Everyone else is laughing about if they had this kind of partner, but there are people out there who are watching this right now who are horrified that this is the reality right now. Grown-ass toddlers waltzing around the apartment, not knowing how to use a toaster or the dishwasher. So if you're a struggling woman with an incompetent partner, all I can say is that you should find some help. I don't know how. I don't have any resources for you. You should probably figure that out on your own. Here, today, on Now Alert, now. I want to take a moment to thank you for tuning into this episode of Now Alert. This show continues to be #1 on the charts because of viewers just like you. And we want to hear from you. If you are an avid Now Alert fan, click the link in the description below and let us know what you think. How could the show be better? What topics should we cover next? Which anchor is the dreamiest in the office? You decide. Our team is trying new things with every single episode of the show, and we want to use your ideas to do that, so thank you. Check it out. Do it. Fill the form out. That's the show. Good night. Thank you. Now Alert. Now. Later. When we come back, we are going to look at a different type of oversharing for relationship problems online. What the hell is that?